Well, it's the Bob Semple tank, and some people may call it the worst tank ever made. I mean, you can take a look at it and see that it's built like a square. But don't ever judge a book by its cover, so let's get more technical. So the Bob Semple tank was developed during World War II and was often described as a unique and unconventional armored vehicle. Bob Semple, a New Zealand Minister of Works, designed this tank with the limited resources available at the time, as it was built from corrugated iron on a tractor base. One of the main flaws of the tank was its inadequate armor. It consisted of plywood and corrugated iron, which provided limited protection against small arms fire, but was still ineffective against anti-tank weaponry. And another major drawback was its limited mobility. The tank had a top speed of only 15 kilometers per hour, or 9 miles per hour, and was prone to getting stuck in rough terrain. This made it an easy target for enemy forces. Firepower also wasn't a strong suit of this tank, as it was only equipped with 3.303 Lewis machine guns and a single Boy's anti-tank rifle. Even if these weapons sound okay-ish, they still had limited effectiveness against other armored vehicles of the time, which had a ton of armor. Visibility was also bad. Nobody will see anything through those tiny holes. Loopholes also existed, so communication and situational awareness was also quite bad. But despite these flaws, it is important to acknowledge the resourcefulness and ingenuity displayed in the creation of this tank, given the circumstances under which it was built. While it may not have been the most effective or advanced armored vehicle, the Bob Semple tank represents a unique chapter in military history and serves as a testament to the motivation and determination of those who built it. It serves as a reminder that even in challenging circumstances, people can still find ways to contribute and make the best out of limited resources. All in all, the tank's problems highlight the importance of proper planning, engineering, and testing when it comes to developing military equipment. So, how could have it been made better? Well, first of all, instead of a tractor base, a base designed specifically for the purposes of a tank should have been used, which would help prevent it from ever getting stuck. And secondly, it could have been made bigger, as it would have allowed a better comfort for people inside, and possibly more visibility depending on the peeping hole location. Better tech, armor, and weapons also would have improved the overall ability of this tank. But the tank that did exist did a good job at doing the best it could with those limitations on resources. So finally, it is best to remember the Bob Semple tank as an interesting part of history. The fact that they were able to piece together a tank from these materials, like plywood and sheet metal, is quite unbelievable. Now, in no sense was that good for a tank, but it was definitely better than nothing. Enough said, this tank is not inherently bad. It's just not aimed towards being a sort of real tank, but instead an effort to protect the people of New Zealand at the time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.